Hey folks, it's been a while since we've looked at the model railroad here, but I think it's about time to get back into it. I've been really busy lately, a lot of stuff. Got a job, that was most of it, and also, focusing on music and stuff, but finally back into the model railroad, so let's get the track cleaned and see what we can do, run some trains. Now last time we took a look at this model railroad, the issue still persists, by the way, is the tracks were not clean, right? So we're having issues with the engine either, stalling out because it hit a dead zone where the track was dirty, or just a point where I'd hit stop on the controller and it would keep going. And that actually almost ended really badly. I had a car go through here, hit this, derailed, and it could have broke the coupler off, damaged the car really bad. So thankfully that didn't happen though, it just derailed. My point being, we need to clean the track. So it's been about, 5-6 months, I think. It might be a little less than that, I'm not sure. But I've finally got a solution. Here it is, Walther's train line track cleaning car. It's a Amtrak maintenance away car, so we're gonna unbox that and hopefully clean the track. So yeah, let's do that. Okay. Here we go. It's pretty heavy. So, there's a styrofoam piece in here. I guess that can stay there. I'm not sure. Get that out. Yeah, that's supposed to come out. So got this styrofoam piece was in there. But it looks like it basically works like a car suspension. It pushes up with these springs on a screw. And what this should do is this right here should hopefully, assuming I didn't over ballast, which I believe I did in a couple spots. So this might not work very well. Yeah, there we go. This might not work great in a couple spots, but for the most part, it should do what I need it to do. So one thing I do wonder is, do I need this track cleaner? Because it looks like it should clean the track on its own, but I don't know. Let me just okay, hold on. Can be used with track cleaning cars, but do not excessively soak across the width of the car's roller. I'm gonna wing it and say that this is probably alright. Yeah, this is alright on its own, I think, hopefully. So we're just gonna run this around the track with an engine. I'm gonna hook it up to DC though and run a DC engine. So cause it's easier than just running DCC. Yeah, so let's do that. I'll be back momentarily. This thing's got a steel wheel too. The steel wheels. Really bad at talking today. It's been a long day. Okay. So as you can see here, it just rolls and okay, this is actually the spot that makes me almost want to rebuild this whole layout. I glued the track in wrong. You see it's not connected correctly. But let's see what it does to that. That's not great. So this is like one of those spots. This should never have even been here in the first place though. I really don't know how I didn't notice that when I was building, whatever. So it just rolls along. And it's gonna clean the track. whatever. So let's get to it. Okay, so we're just gonna run this around the layout. As you can see, I've got my very botched custom C&O GP40. Doesn't even have handrails because I broke them off, tried to paint them and didn't realize I couldn't get them back on. Anyway, it's working pretty well, I must say. Everything's going to plan so far. Train has not really hit any dead spots or anything, so it is doing its job. One thing I am interested to see though, so we're gonna double back in a second. I just want to clean up the interchange track as well. One thing I am interested to see is if the cleaning mechanism on the car itself is like covered in ballast, or if I've damaged any of the ballast on the track. Oh, it disconnected. It's not good. Yeah, I want to see, golly, what's going on there. This coupler is messed up because when I was painting it, I took the coupler off and I don't even know, I did something to it, lost a pin. I lost the spring out of the coupler, I think. All right, this should be fine. There we go. Yeah, so I went the wrong way again. It doesn't look like it's doing any damage to the ballast, but we'll take a look after I get a couple good laps around the layout with this. We can take a look now, actually. See, the ballast looks good. Well, fine. I'm not gonna say it looks good because it never looked good. See, I still got some touch-up work to do. I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of that, but I guess I'll paint some gray paint on it or something. But the ballast isn't damaged by this machine, so everything's good there. Yeah, so it's running good. This should hopefully help. See, I made a Strickland propane on here. Put it as an industry. And I don't know if any of y'all have heard about the reboot, but yeah, King of the Hill came back. So I guess that was good timing. I still need to put decals on the actual propane tanks themselves. I never got around to it. So now that I'm a little less busy, well, I guess I'm just as busy, but I don't know. Regain interest in the model railroad. I'll fix that. And one thing I still have yet to do as well, as if not cleaning the track was bad enough, I still never built the station. That'll be soon, hopefully. I'd say probably another 3 or 4 weeks for that'll be built. But yeah, the layout doesn't look bad. It's obviously, it could use some trees and scenery. I'm considering scraping out these big clumps of stuff right here and using a gradient of like lighter scenery around the ballast. Because I've seen a lot of pictures of other layouts and they use a kind of like gradient from ballast to really right into grass, and they got a gradient of like a dirt kind of color on there. So this thing is pretty much cleaned the track, I would say. It's running very smoothly now. And if we look at the track, I mean, it's looking pretty clean to me. Especially on the crossings themselves where, you know, I'd put a lot of stuff on the track from building the road and painting and stuff. So yeah, it looks good. One thing I probably should put the car on is the sidings, but we won't do that right now. We'll just have this do one more lap, and I'm gonna put together an actual train and run a train. All right, so we're gonna start off with this right here. Nothing too crazy. It's an Atlanta and West Point 440 flat car or log car and a RF&P caboose. Now this steam engine has never ran great on my layout because when I got it, my tracks were never clean in the first place at that point, and I hadn't cleaned them since. So hopefully they're clean enough now and we'll be able to run the steam engine, which when I got it was fresh out the box, and it was probably made in the 90s or early 2000s, but it had never been run before. So anyway, here we go. Oh, that was reverse, I believe. Okay, the light turned on. Let's get a little push. There we go. Golly. Huh. So I probably need to oil up the wheels or something. I'm not sure how to do all that, which sounds stupid to say because I probably ought to know something about that, but I've never actually had a point where I had a locomotive that was like this and needed some sort of maintenance. So it's going a lot better than it used to. It just needs oil on the wheels, I reckon. Or maybe it needs to run a little bit. Or not derail. Wow. That's bad. Okay, hold on. So something I've noticed. Let's put the flat car stuff over here. Something I think I've just noticed is it might be getting power from the tender. And those are really small wheels, so like the small wheels might be slipping up on the track, slipping off the track because of the ballast. And yeah, see how it's getting no power? Okay, it's got lights, so it's getting something, but no significant power unless the wheels are on the track on the tender. So I might need to shave a little ballast off to get the wheels to stick a little better. I don't know. It's always derailing right about here where the ballast gets higher. So that's exactly what it is. And it derailed in the front. Wow. So I guess that's the situation with that train. Okay, so here we've got my custom CSNS merger locomotive, which I guess didn't age well because, well, that merger's never going to happen because Norfolk Southern is merging with the Union Pacific, if you haven't seen that already. Ooh, what happened there? Something happened to the coupler. Well, looks like it got a little paint on it. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna run this thing. And this will really show how good the track is. Yeah, I think it's crazy. One day I thought of that. I thought of like the fictional merger. Golly, never fail to have issues. Okay, I thought up that merger one day and made this logo that's on it with the chassis system and the Norfolk Southern like logos. There you go. But I don't know, I always thought it might be a potential actual thing that happens someday. But I guess I was wrong. The thing I least expected actually happened. I never thought I would live to see the day that the Union Pacific merged with Norfolk Southern. Like, that's pretty crazy. And now, well, I'll probably I believe the CSX merged with BNSF too. Which is kind of sad, a little melancholy, but I guess that's the effect of time. That's how things go. You gotta enjoy things while they last. That's probably how the people felt when the CNO and chassis system merged and stuff, and the Seaboard went. Anyway, probably don't want to make this a sad episode. So it's running good. I'm not sure what happened on that crossing. This car has always had a little bit of a issue with the coupler. I need to go through and change all the couplers to KD couplers, because I'm using a mix of like Bachmann, Walthers, KDs, Atlas, and I've even got this car, which I use on my Horn and Hook stuff. It's a conversion kit, you know. One end's got a KD coupler, one end's got a Horn and Hook coupler, and the train is disconnected again. Ain't that something? Yeah, that's stuff I need to work on. So it is slowing down back there a little bit. I do think it might still be a little tad bit dirty. But that's one thing I forgot to show y'all. It did leave a significant mark on the cleaning car here. I mean, you can see where the rails are, so I don't think it's actually like that dirty. I think it's just this section right here where it, like, I don't know, the ballast could get clogged up in it or something. And not to mention the locomotives, I haven't run them in a couple of months, so they're liable to have a little bit of dust on the wheels or something, causing some issues. Yeah, everything's running, I mean, decently good now, so it's good enough for an op session, I think. So stay tuned, and heck, might have an op session in the near future. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. That just about does it for this video. Hope you all have enjoyed the video, and if you did, feel free to like and subscribe if you wish. This railroad has been a lot of work, and I'm glad to see it running pretty much as good as I expected it to. It's been a long time of it not running great, and I'd always needed this track cleaning stuff because it was pretty much impossible to do any sort of op session or just simply running it around the track. But now it's running pretty smooth. Some coupler changes and a couple of ballast issues. Get all that figured out, and this thing will be running great quality. Yeah, thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you all in the next video.